Okay, hello, welcome back. Part 2 of the Full-Time Banter Show, episode 12. This is the film section. My favourite. I love film just as much as I love Fantasy League. My name's Tarek. And Riz, yeah. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends, family, neighbours and co-workers. And hit that little bell to get the notification. You can follow us on Twitter at FullTimeBanter7. We're going to rush through this because the first section took longer than I expected and we've got loads to get through. But this section is basically a rant on Star Wars because I recently watched 2 Star Wars films. Yeah,
You love them.
I'm a massive fan as a kid. Yeah, I'm not like one of those geek nerds who dresses up and goes to Comic-Con and whatnot and, you know, won't have a word said against it. I feel
offensive.
It's absolutely been corrupted and George Lucas is the cause of that, but I'm going to let you talk about that. You'll probably put it in much better words. My point being...
You just offended a whole group of people again.
that it doesn't matter.
Anyway, it's kind of...
It really doesn't matter.
I'll do it again.
We'll agree to disagree, yeah? This is my viewpoint, yeah? I'm doing the bloody work. If you want to come and have a say, come and sit down here and we'll talk about it, yeah? But the originals, love them. As a kid, yeah? Watched them on television. We didn't used to go to the cinema back then. I was about 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. Watched all those films. Riz, have you seen Star Wars at all?
Yeah, I've seen some of them, but I don't remember them.
You
I
don't
like
lose
them. I'm not a fan of them.
Yeah.
No.
Shame.
So I have no part in this. Basically, I'm just like an audience member.
Yeah.
Critical viewpoints.
Neutral party.
Yeah.
Neutral party. Well, we'll ask your views
On your commentaries.
Yeah.
I'll be the critique on the feedback on like how this is going.
Okay, well, 2 films I watched then, yeah. So as I say, love the originals, yeah. New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, the best one, undoubtedly, which everyone says, and Jedi. Yes, I am your father, Luke. You were saying, no!
No, that's not possible.
Okay, anyway. I watched recently, first I watched Rian Johnson's version of a Star Wars film, The Last Jedi.
The Last Jedi.
What absolute
Pile of...
steaming, yeah, whatever, yeah.
Is that what you want to say? I know what you want to say.
Yeah.
You can't use swear words.
It was that bad. It was that bad. You know, if it actually come out, it was a parody. It was a parody. What they literally said to him is, everything that is Star Wars, let's see if you can turn it on its head and really, you know, annoy everybody who likes Star Wars, because that's what he did. He completely... Have you seen it?
Yeah.
You have, yeah? Okay, we can tell
Well,
you
in
what
his
you
case, job done then, right?
But yeah,
You
no.
just said they've asked him to.
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking. To me, I thought that was closer to Spaceballs.
Right.
Yeah, it was more like a flipping spoof than
Than an actual...
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I mean, Mark Hamill came out and criticised it, quite rightly. Good on Mark Hamill. Ray, I didn't like her anyway. John Boyega, yeah, okay. There's lots of, you know, plot holes. Basically, there's nothing I like about the new Star Wars. Yeah, right from Phantom Menace, all that nonsense with the droids and Jar Jar Binks. It culminated with this one. Yeah, absolute rubbish. And we've both agreed and said, you know, they've really milked that Star Wars teat, and it's becoming rather flaccid and, yeah, not very pretty to look at these days.
No.
Yeah, they're going again at it. So yeah, horrible. But on the flip side, there was some salvation. Solo, a Star Wars story.
Admittedly, the only one I've not seen. It just completely bypassed me in the cinema.
Yeah, that is the one you've got to see.
Okay.
I'm not going to say it's a great film, but relatively speaking to the tripe that we've had since Phantom Menace, it's a great Star Wars film. It is really good. Better than Rogue One. I'm not a fan of Rogue One. Force Awakens, no. But this one, yeah, really good. Yeah, you can have your go at me on that. Because it's a Ron Howard. Ron Howard is absolutely fantastic director. You know Ron Howard is, don't you? You've seen some of his films.
Movies.
Nice touch, yeah. He's got a light touch, very subtle. So all the Star Wars references are merely place markers to guide the story along. And, there's nothing new or inventive. It's the usual tropes and obstacles and any old story. Yeah, same old story, but it's Star Wars based. But the guy playing Han Solo and the guy playing Lando Calrissian, fantastic, really good, really good. Even Woody Harrelson, after the horror show that was the last Planet of the Apes film he was in, Yeah. In this one, he's actually pretty good. Yeah. That
Okay.
last Planet of the Apes was...
Put a pause on it.
I know you're edging to
Yeah.
get
Oh,
in,
yeah.
so let's
I
get
had
in
to
there.
watch that Planet of the Apes in 3 takings because it was so bad. I couldn't sit through it in one go. Yeah, and Woody Harrelson particularly bad in it. But in this is fantastic. He's really, really good in this.
He's just plays Woody Harrelson, doesn't he?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. This time he's got
Basically.
hair, so it's Woody
Right.
Harrelson with hair. Really good. But yeah, the 2 leads, the guy playing Han Solo, I don't know his name, and the guy playing Lando Calrissian.
Well,
also
that's interesting because I know we've got people messaged in with Star Wars stuff, and I think it's important because based on what you've said there, is most of the one that you've recently seen is absolutely rubbish and it's pants and you wouldn't pay your money for it. On the other hand, watching Solo is like the polar opposite basically of that.
Yeah.
So let's see what the people have got out
Before
there.
you have your take and your comments, at FPL Fring got in touch via Twitter. Thank you again. But he was saying the originals are untouchable, like we said. Yeah. The newer movies aren't great, and that's being polite. Fring, yeah, that's putting it lightly. I watched Solo recently, and I enjoyed it more than I expected. Yeah,
Can I just stop you there? Are you sure you didn't like this? Because it echoes exactly what you just said.
it is, isn't it? Yeah, you know, it's like a kindred spirit.
FPL Fring. We don't need it, Rizzo.
I feel I enjoyed every movie. Right, this is where it differs now. I feel I enjoyed every movie from Phantom Menace onward on the first watch. However, on second watch, that wasn't the case. Yeah. The exception was The Last Jedi, which I hated from first watch and agree it's the worst of all.
Okay, fair play.
And off the back of that, he's also asked, who is the worst Star Wars character? I think Maz, the little bespectacled alien female in Force Awakens, is worse than Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks.
There's little in this world. Oh, thank you at FPL Fring. Yeah, so he thinks Maz is worse. I don't know why. She's slightly annoying. I've got another one, and I'm gonna defend Jar Jar Binks. But you go ahead.
No,
you go ahead.
Jar Jar, I never got it. I mean, to be honest, I think I would have been 10, 11 at the time when it came out, and I think it was a case of they put Jar Jar in to appeal to the kids and
Comic
a bit of
relief, yeah.
comic relief. But even now, when I've got older, I found that the Ewoks really knocked me off.
No,
because it's mainly I
fair
can't.
play.
It is essentially the same device.
Yeah.
Yes, I get that. Yeah.
And Warwick Davis is an absolute tool.
No,
He is.
No.
He is. Warwick Davis is a prick.
He was brilliant in Willow as well.
Willow's great. That's
Yeah.
If he just did that and then started it off, that'd be fine.
No, come on.
But no, Jar Jar.
Oh, he's feeling very
My childhood
defensive there,
memories.
isn't it?
Yeah, we're cuddly little
I
Ewoks.
still like him. It's just that
Yeah.
you get a little bit older and you're like, this is a bit bizarre. But
I get what you're saying.
Jar Jar, he never.
It's become a
never-
lifestyle choice.
It never.
Dressing up in fur, apparently.
Yeah.
So, you know, one man's bizarre is.
Is another man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pleasure.
Why are you trying to do a Vin Diesel for me?
Go.
Calling you.
No, but Jar Jar, he never offended me. He doesn't offend me now, even as a rewatch as an adult. You know, I'm not watching it through older eyes and going, God, he's annoying. Maybe because my friend could do a good impression where he put his elbows behind his head and did the ears. So maybe that brings up a bit of a soft spot for him as well. But Jar Jar, unfair press.
Fair play.
Unfair
No,
press.
for me, and I've just realised not just because you said it, but in the same way you've sort of knocked the whole Ewok race. Yeah, the Gundans. The whole of the Gundans, not just Jar Jar. The whole lot,
big
the whole ugly
boss
lot.
of them.
Yes.
Anyways, listen, you two can bang on about this all
We
night
can.
long, yeah? And listen, we're short
We're
for
running
time.
out of time, I know, but let's carry on a bit.
I want our audience to get their views in because it's
Yeah.
important. We've heard yours, Liam, we've heard yours, Tariq. On to the people who matter. Let's go.
Have you got anyone? You have.
Yeah, I've had a few people. So
You looked a bit perplexed then as to what's going on.
Let's get with the programme.
So is this for the worst character in Star Wars?
Whatever anyone's
Whatever
got in
they've said,
touch with.
So Stephen and Sean have been in touch. Steve has said on the worst character, one of the droids are young Anakin. So I'm guessing, I think me and Steve, we are under the same wavelength on a lot of this stuff. I think one of the droids is possibly referring to C-3PO or
No.
R2-D2.
You see that? Right, I was going to just say on that,
You got him started again.
because I hate everything about the early films, I would have said any of those stupid toy-looking droids.
Yeah.
You know, like the least scary soldier you're ever going to meet. You're about to be wiped out, and it looks like a bloody Lego toy. So yeah, those droids. And yes, C-3PO is overrated and annoying.
R2.
Yeah, you just want to shut him up. R2-D2 you can live with, he just beeps. Yeah.
Kenny Baker. We saw him asleep at a Comic Con.
Really?
Yeah, he was behind a table, and we were at the other end of the room, and my dad positioned it perfectly. He set Steve up because Steve, he hasn't got a belly, but he loves a belly laugh. And my dad just positioned himself and went, "Isn't it awful when people fall asleep at these kind of things?" There's a 70-year-old midget in our eye line going. And he also called Warwick Davis a rude name at about 2 feet away from him.
Right, okay.
He's a bit of a... He's right there.
Right, so he doesn't like the droids.
No, not a fan of the droids. And young Anakin, Haley Joel Osment.
No, it wasn't Haley Joel
No.
Osment. It was someone else, another annoying
Some pudding
boy.
bald
Yes.
youngster.
Is that your
far
brother who said
too jovial. Yeah.
Yeah, so him. And my dad's a bit of a controversial one, but it's more about the person. Han Solo. Because
Harrison Ford.
he doesn't... Harrison Ford's just a grumpy bugger, and he can't be
There's
asked for
nothing
them.
wrong with grumpy buggers. I quite like a grumpy bugger.
For example.
My favourite grumpy bugger is Clint Eastwood.
I thought you were going to say yourself then, Derek. I'm surprised.
Well, not that pretentious.
Nah, Clint's a different kettle.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Clint's a different kettle
No,
of fish.
Harrison Ford is, it's fine.
he's with Callista Flockhart. Why's he got to be angry about?
Don't know, mate.
Yeah.
Don't know.
So yeah, so that's their choices on
Fair
worst,
enough.
worst
yeah,
characters.
Okay, so he doesn't like Harrison Ford. That's
No.
good.
So what else you got? Seeing as you got there, rattle them
Yeah,
off.
we've got favourite films from them both as well. Dad's favourite is Episode 3. So that's Revenge of the Sith.
No, again, what?
Because it just...
It's got some poor taste, your dad, I've got to say.
He raised me, so it's, I've inherited them all. He can,
Did
no,
you
it's-
say that was an accident?
I think it's... I think because it just rolls along like an action film, especially after the second one, which I'll come on to in a minute for me. So that was his best one. Worst one was Episode 1. Anakin racing around in pods. He said, I was sat there in the cinema with you guys going, what the...
Midi-chlorians are the highest I've ever seen.
Liam Neeson wasted in that. Steve-O's worst, and it's the same for me, is Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
Which, if you read, there's a brilliant book out there. The name escapes me. I do apologise, but Lucas basically wrote the whole 6 films in the 70s.
Yeah.
So it's not like he wrote these afterwards.
Did a
So
Tolkien.
this whole thing, this whole thing about the
Tolkien,
trade routes and everything in Episode 2 has always been there.
yeah.
But you'd think after 30 years before they got around to make it, you'd go, God, this is boring as shit. Let's
Well,
just
yeah.
get,
This is my trouble with the whole thing, because it's forced, and I've said this to you, isn't it? It's forced. They're telling the story. We've got to get from here to here to here to here to here. It's not, it's not done with any level of excitement or anything different. And they use the same devices. Every film. If you're not aware of this yet, you watch films, and the story arc is the same. You need to Google this. Google story arcs, and the protagonist has an end goal, and he meets things in the middle. He's got to overcome, and he comes out the other end a better person. And essentially, that's it's what it is, and they use the comic relief, the characters like that. But yeah, we've banged on enough, I think. Your worst character?
my worst character is Hayden Christensen.
That's the boy. It's him, isn't he? The one.
He's not the youngest one.
Isn't he?
No. He comes in the second one and just...
What's the first one called? Phantom Menace.
Yeah.
Phantom Menace, annoying child.
Annoying child, that's
Yeah. Where is he?
what is name?
Jake Lloyd. Did you say Jake Lloyd?
No, I said Haley Joel Osment.
Haley Joel Osment is.
Omelette?
Yes.
I give
But yeah,
you
Jake Lloyd. Really annoying.
I give you in that.
Yeah, so my one is Hayden Christensen for episodes 2 and 3. And the most annoying part of him is in episode 6 when Luke looks away, the Ewok party. They're all going chop chop, chop chop, and it shows Obi-Wan, Yoda, and Darth Vader.
Yeah.
And originally it was a guy, just an older version of Darth Vader as he would look normally.
Yeah.
And I love that because there's Darth Vader all messed up, but actually He's in the Force
Yeah.
now. That's what he looks like.
It
But
wasn't
no,
James Earl
No,
Jones, was it?
no, no. But now you've got to put up with Hayden Christensen's mug in there
His
as well.
mullet, yeah.
So Hayden Christensen is mine. In terms of my films, best films, episode 3, which it's alright, don't worry. Revenge of the Sith, Force Awakens, I really liked. Episode 4, A New Hope, is mine. And Rogue One, I really liked because I wasn't bothered about it, but I went, and when it was getting to the climax, I did actually start going, shit, are they going to do this? And my brother was like, of course they are. You know what happens in episode 4? They get the notes, but I was like, yeah, but they might not. And he went, just fucking watch it and you'll find out. But yeah, really liked it. So I'm pretty opposite to most of the things you said.
That's fine, fair enough.
Yeah, Steve O's Return of the Jedi.
Okay.
So Ewok fan,
Right.
obviously. But yeah, Star Wars, I like it. I just wish Lucas would stop changing.
It's Disney now.
Yeah.
Disney
on the DVDs bringing out CGI versions. For
Moneymakers, aren't they?
Rehashed
Moneymakers.
versions.
It's disgusting.
That's it.
Well, I'll try and end it quickly on mine then. My favourite is the obvious one, Empire Strikes Back. I just absolutely love that. When I was a kid, me and my best mate next door, we had the AT-ATs and we had speeders. We had
Hoth. I think it all goes downhill after Hoth, to be honest. Hoth is fantastic.
Yes, yeah, and
Don't hassle the Hoth.
yeah, and you know that what I like in films where there's no happy ending and it ends with Han Solo being carbonized and taken off and the whole thing's going to pot. So yeah, fantastic. My worst character is this person here, out of The Last Jedi. The character Rose Tico. Rose Tico is the most annoying person alive in that film because at the start of her film, and I could do a whole thing about what is wrong with that film. At the start of the film, her sister dies, opening the cargo bay to drop bombs, and get this, drop bombs in space where there's no gravity, but they still fall straight down. Yeah?
I think there's motors in the ship that pushed them down.
Really? Because that's what, she was trying to push a button. So, yeah, but anyway.
Defended.
So he's missed that bit.
Defended.
No.
I don't know.
Her sister died and she's still the most, she's more concerned about bloody animals. Yeah. So that is my worst character, more than Jar Jar Binks, and I'll tell you, the reason why I hate less on Jar Jar Binks, because I really recently read about the guy who played the character. He's called something Ahmed, African American actor. He got death threats and abuse, and he got depression because of it.
Yeah,
and he's not worked since.
Not surprised. It's still even now. It's
True. Yeah, but anyway, poor fella. Should we leave it there?
Yeah, unless you want to talk about Kylo Ren's giant nose. I'm surprised the Death Star.
Is he Mini Driver's brother?
He could drive a bloody tank with that schnoz, couldn't he?
Adam Driver, Mini Driver, because Mini Driver.
I've never heard it.
Mini Driver, Baby Driver, whichever one you want.
Mini Driver. We're gonna Google that. Mini Driver. Yeah, you know Mini Driver.
I know Mini Driver.
Yeah, her. So if it's her brother, there's a resemblance. And if it is, then I'll go slightly easier.
I just thought they should have built the Death Star like a big spaghetti farm, just to accommodate his nose, like 2 inches wide but 4 miles long.
But you know what's happened? The Death Star and the one they built in the Force Awakens is essentially the same thing.
This is the thing, they have rehashed it a bit, but
millennia apart, they came up with the same idea.
Episode 7 was brilliant because it was great to see. Episode 8 was a bit...
Yeah,
it's one of them. Anyways, guys out there, these two can bang on about it,
all night long.
So get your views in, like, share, subscribe. Full time Banter 7. Let's get your views in, because these two are literally going to get giddy after this. So if I don't rein them in now, it's never going to happen.
Like, share, subscribe at Full Time Banter 7. Watch us in part 3.
I like it how you repeated after me, which is great. Yeah. Brilliant. He's on it.
I'm on it. Yeah. So see you in part 3. Bye bye.